You are being manipulated. And the reason I know this is because I'm one of the people who gets to manipulate you. I make TV commercials. I try to make you like things or relate to things or see yourself in a certain way or see the world in a better way. My job is to relate to you on your terms, to capture your attention and hold it all the way till the end of the commercial, to take you on a little journey using whatever resources I can cobble together to suspend your disbelief, to give you a view of the world that has some whimsy to it, or entertain you, or move you, or compel you. And hopefully at the end, you'll have enjoyed the ride. I make commercials, I make web videos, I make films for companies, for YouTube, for Kickstarter, whatever. I'm very good at it. I've won 7 regional Emmy Awards, and 3 of my films have screened at the Cannes Film Festival. I have a group of very skilled and talented professionals who work with me, and we're all focused on getting you to do certain things. Do people hire me to make beautiful pictures? No. I make beautiful pictures, but that's not why they hire me. Do they hire me to make them look good? Nope. I make them look good, but that's not why they hire me. I sell lots of products and services, but that's not why they hire me either. And they don't hire me to convince you, per se. They hire me to get you to do something, but not specifically convince you. What they do hire me to do is figure out who you are, what drives you, what causes you to act. And then I wrap a product or service with a personality. And I present that to you in a way that you'll accept it, so that when you see that product or service, when you see that personality, you see it as something you already know and already like, so that when it comes time for you to buy that product or service, you'll convince yourself that it's the right choice. Isn't that evil? I've made my career doing this for companies. And in this scenario, the companies are the good guys. Think about it. We have this social contract with advertising. People try to sell us stuff, and we accept that they're trying to sell us stuff. We know we're being manipulated, and they know it too. And it's accepted socially. But the world has changed. And now people are using video and sound in far more nefarious ways. They're using media as a weapon. People are using media in ways that advertisers never imagined. They are using all the tools and techniques that advertisers have used traditionally to get you to feel a certain way, think a certain thing, blame a certain person, hate a certain group. Most of us don't want that. Most of us want civil discourse. Most of us want to be able to sit down and have a conversation with someone else and talk and listen and be listened to. And even though we may disagree, we still want to respect the person we're speaking with. So how do we make this stop? How do we turn this around? We look behind the curtain, Dorothy. The first step to inoculating yourself against manipulation is to realize that the person who's communicating to you is trying to manipulate you. So try and figure out what they're trying to get out of it. Is it power or money or likes or shares? Is it eyes on their sponsored messages? Is it turmoil in the streets? It's incumbent upon us as viewers to not take anything at face value, but dig deeper, find out who the communicator is and find out what motivates them. It takes research, it takes effort. It takes a motivation to dig down and find out what's true and what isn't. There's this documentary filmmaker. His name is Michael Moore. He's made films like Sicko, Fahrenheit 9/11, Bowling for Columbine. He has a particular perspective that he's trying to get across, and he uses facts to support that perspective. His critics complain that he's not just delivering facts. but he's trying to imbue his message to try and get people to do stuff. Well, two things. One, he is trying to get people to do stuff. He's expressing his view and trying to get you to come around to it so that you'll be on his side of the argument. But the thing is, he tells you that. He tells you he's manipulating you. But the critics, they can't assail the facts in his film, so sometimes they'll resort to name-calling or questioning his motives or questioning stuff that isn't even in the film. But remember, he's trying to get you on his side. He's trying to get you to his cause and support it. That's his goal. When somebody criticizes Michael Moore, what do they get out of it? What's their motivation for criticizing him? If you see someone making an argument on the internet, you have to remember that they're advocating for their own cause. And often that cause is things like power or money or fame. There's a particular political commentator who speaks up about every 6 months and says something so awful or outrageous or inhumane that it gets a lot of media attention. And whenever they get media attention, they get more money from their advertisers. It makes them more valuable as a voice to get word out to those advertisers' clients. They literally say political things in order to increase their own income. I'm pretty sure the person I'm thinking of doesn't actually believe what this person's saying, but at the end of the day, they have a whole lot of money to console them. And when you think of it in those terms, what this person says becomes irrelevant. At the same time, be on the lookout for people who tell the truth and back their opinions up with facts and data in verifiable ways. And look for people who speak not for their own enrichment, but for the enrichment of other people or society as a whole, because those are the good guy manipulators. Support them, like them, follow them, but hold their messages to the same exact standard that you hold the bad guy manipulators to. Because in the end, our goal is to raise the level of all of the discourse, even the stuff we do believe in. Hold it just as high as the stuff that we don't believe in. Your perceptions are filtered through your experiences. When you get messages from the internet, from video, use a skeptical, fact-based review process to assess those messages. And you find that you'll be jerked around a whole lot less. Unless, of course, it's me and I'm trying to sell you some chicken wings and, oh, look at that. Oh, those wings are so good. You're craving wings right now, aren't you? You can feel your mouth watering. You know what? I think it's time we go for a wing run. Who's with me? Wing run? Thank you very much.